Okay, that was it, chat.
Trade harder to keep up with you.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are going to be covering Stinger Zane. This is Zane using the Stinger Shield. What's awesome about this build is we have multiple ways to play it and actually a couple different class mod choices. You saw in the intro we were probably obviously using Unleash the Dragon, and that actually goes into the different class mod we're using. But the general way to run this is with the Infiltrator Shield, and that's what makes this build so awesome because we get double the Novas. But we got some stuff to talk about and some mechanics we need to cover, so let's get into it. Real quick, before we get into it, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Borderlands 3 videos. We cover tons of Borderlands 3 content on this channel. I would really appreciate it if you guys could drop a like on it. Now, with that being said, let's get into the build and the gear. Now, you probably noticed that the intro clips for bossing, we were using Unleash the Dragon. It's kind of just for fun. I really like this artifact. I know a lot of you guys do. And what's really awesome is we get to use this with the Executor class mod. Now, why are we using the Executor class mod, you might ask? And that's because of a line of text right here. It says the Executor class mod gives status effect damage. So the Executor class mod will actually boost our Unleash the Dragon dots. I believe it's by 21% from what some old testing said. I haven't tested this recently, but it gives a pretty big boost to our dot damage, and that's where the Unleash the Dragon comes in. Besides that, you're going to be putting on your Stinger of choice. Now, the way you want to choose your Stinger is what the top bar of the enemies have. So for example, in the Guardian takedown, the animal section, the Necrotafeo bugs, their top bar is armor. So we actually want to use a corrosive element Stinger. If you have one, you're just going to have to use whatever Stinger you have. You can only farm this shield from Anathema, but I do have one of every element in the Maliwan takedown. I like to use radiation or kinetic because they have the heavyweights that resist everything except for radiation or kinetic. So this is the most consistent one. But mainly also keep in mind that was a bad example because I really do only like to use the Unleash the Dragon for bossing. The issue with using the Unleash the Dragon for mobbing is if we end up going into Fight for Your Life, we have like pretty much no damage. So for mobbing, you have two different options. We can use a static charge with your preferred stone. I have a corrosive stone static charge, or my favorite to use is actually the white elephant. Once again, I happen to have a corrosive stone. Whatever stone you have, even if it's not a stone, white elephant or static charge are the two highest damaging artifacts for melee builds. And then we're gonna use the Infiltrator shield for mobbing. So it's really cool that we get the two different setups. We can use the Executor with the Unleash the Dragon or the Infiltrator with the static charge or the white elephant shields. Now, what's really awesome about the Infiltrator is that it will trigger 2 Novas with the action skill start Stinger. Now, there is a weird, I don't know if I want to, I'm pretty sure I guess we should call this a bug, but you actually have to put on your Infiltrator shield before you put on your Stinger shield, or else it will not proc 2 Novas. Now let me go ahead and proc one just so you can see it. And you can see that 2 Novas are triggered there. It basically triggers 2 Novas between the anointment and the Infiltrator shield effect, and that is very, very, very awesome. Now, quickly covering the weapons, we have 2 different options. You can use the 390 Psycho Stabber, or you can use the Wyvern, which is a common pistol. Generally, we used to be using the blue Wyverns because this can get melee parts onto it, and then it can get the splash anointment. So you notice the purple one can get up to 160% melee damage. That is the highest melee damage possible in the game with the splash anointment. Now, the thing about the splash anointment instead of 390 is that it double dips white elephants with your Stinger shield, because the Stinger shield creates a splash nova, so this gets that splash damage, and then the white elephants are also splash. So you are double dipping splash, and it's a pretty awesome just like combo, you know? Besides that, you want a face puncher. This is mainly for Fight for Your Life. What's awesome is Zane's cannon can pull enemies in, so you actually don't need the face puncher for flying enemies because we can just pull them in with no way out. You mainly want this for Fight for Your Life, and you notice I have the URAD anointment on my face puncher to really help us in Fight for Your Life. A URAD face puncher will get you out of Fight for Your Life like almost every single time, especially if you're wearing a white elephant or a static charge. Keep in mind the Unleash the Dragon is pretty much useless for Fight for Your Life because we can only get big dots with the Stinger shield. You're not going to get big Unleash the Dragon dots with the face puncher, so I really don't recommend using the Unleash the Dragon for mobbing. And that is pretty much it. You notice I do have a fish slap equipped, but we're not using any grenade skills in this setup. We're using the barrier and the Mntis cannon for the most consistency in this build, and it's just the way I like to run it. Let's talk about the skill tree choices. Now, you notice I took Renegade. It's because accuracy doesn't really matter, so a little bit of health regen helps. We're not actually using lifesteal in this build. We're not using salvation. We're pretty much just killing enemies and using our barrier for survivability. So I did decide to take this skill. It kind of doesn't matter what you take in the first tree. Next, we have commitment. This is for spamming the Mntis cannon. It's gonna give you the most cooldown possible. And Headsman's Hand will actually boost your white elephant damage if you land crits. Now, it's not always guaranteed that your white elephant will crit because we are applying them with the Stinger Nova, but when they do, it will get this crit bonus. The rest of the skills in the tree I mainly picked for fight for your life damage. Domino effect can give you fight for your life damage. Arm and flank can give you fight for your life damage. And eraser can give you fight for your life damage. Also, we did want to get to proliferation and no way out. I only stuck 1 point into sheer will. We're not critting super often, but you know, just a little bit more cooldown. Next, we went all the way down the blue tree. This is our normal Zane skill tree. But once again, we took Cold Bore for fight for your life damage. Skills like Cool Hand and Violent Violence and Playing Dirty do not matter at all for this build. We put 3 points into Good Misfortune, which helps keep our barrier active at all times, and it's a pretty cool combo. That's pretty much it. Violent Momentum, Violent Speed don't matter so much. This will only add damage to your face puncher, but you know, you might as well pick it up because it's Zane. And then in the green tree, we went to Distributed Denial. What's actually cool about Distributed Denial is it will proc a Stinger Nova on barrier depletion. And once again, this weirdly helps with fight for your life. If you go down, your barrier will go down. It'll proc a Stinger Nova. Now, there is a weird bug where sometimes your Nova will proc underground, but a lot of the times it'll help get you out of fight for your life. And we did take Rise to the occasion because, like I said, we are not really hitting crits. We're not using Brain Freeze. And we're not using Salvation really either because we're just spamming Stinger Novas. So Rise to the Occasion actually helps us with survivability a little. And that is pretty much it for the skill trees and the gear. I showed you guys that montage of Unleash the Dragon at the start of the video. Let's go ahead and show you guys a Malawan takedown with the Infiltrator class mod and the White Elephants. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. You're the man. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, thank you. How is he not off of there yet? Oh, shit. I made a bad choice today. Wait, actually this is fine. Wait! Ah! Ah! No! Wotan, please leave. He's behind the pillar, bro. Why? No, bro, he's one shot, but he was no! No! Alright, we just talked about Zane bugs. That got me hyped. Guys, that got me hyped for the rest of the stream. We just talked about Distributed Denial for like 15 minutes. That's my favorite thing to talk about. 4 Zane builds, all old gods, shared effects. Each player gets what's the math on that? Yeah, that would be insane. That would be insane. Yeah, so 4 players, all wearing old gods and Distributed Denial. 20, 40, 60, 80. That's 100% elemental damage for everyone. Because you also get your own old god, right? Oh no, that's like 120 for everyone. Because you get... Everyone should start with 40, and then you get 60% from all your friends. Oops. So Distributed Denial is actually pretty handy for this build. Because it helps me in Fight for Your Life, that's why. That's the main reason. Because whenever I go down, my barrier procs that Nova. And as long as it doesn't bug out and go underground, it works out for me. What's your opinion on Mntis? I'm torn between extra charges, but more damage at max amount of them. And 2 returned on crit. So I use 5 charges total. And then I use the No Way Out augment because that is the sickest augment. No Way Out is the best augment. It's just super cool. Ass anoint. Ass anoint's the best though. As a Super Deluxe owner, I got the Season Pass 2 skins for free. Season Pass 2 is unavailable. I mean, you could just contact support and they'll fix it. Epic actually has some pretty good support. Wow, no White Elephant procs, dude. That's unlucky. We hit her with like 8 Novas and no White Elephant procs. We're using a Radiation Stinger, by the way. So if we had on the Corrosive Stinger, our damage would be better, but it's whatever. I don't see a white elephant. Bro, where's the white? Okay, I see one. See, when we proc, that was a fire white elephant too. When we proc white elephant, that double dipping, the splash anointment goes crazy. Sentinel movement speed sucks now. I mean, it was always fine. I wouldn't say it sucks. It's just not best in slot anymore. CCC lets you have infinite action scope time. How else is Zane gonna get that? Oh my god. Are you trolling? Oh, are you trolling right now? 10% chance of 8 Novas and no white elephants. Yeah, so what? It's 30% per Nova. So like 8 Novas, we should have gotten 2 on average, but we got none. That's bad RNG.
Wish I could say that was the first time this week.
People always ask me why I jump off the map. Guys, we're gonna make a Borderlands math video for you guys again. I feel like there's a lot of new players who joined the game since Arms Race. So I figured teaching you guys some math basics again would be nice. It'll just be basics, by the way. I won't go super in-depth. It'll just be damage formula stuff. Alright, that section of the bridge is always so dangerous because of the barrels. Really? Give us the math. You showing just mobbing or some bossing too? So I already have a bossing montage made with the white elephant clips from yesterday. I just needed to get a Wotan run. For the video. Or a Maliwan takedown run, I guess I should say. And this build is definitely Guardian takedown ready. I think you want to use static charge though for Guardian takedown. Static charge OP. Dude, I love how whatever you see a white elephant stick to, it's like it's guaranteed dead, pretty much. If you have a lot of V1 and not so much gun damage, is it better to grab gun damage for the formula? Does V1 eventually get diminishing returns, if any of that makes sense? So yeah, V1 is gonna have a hard time getting diminishing returns, because not a lot of characters have any access to V1 whatsoever. Flak has the most access to V1, and I think he only has like 100%. Alright, so on to the boss. Let's swap over to the Corrosive Stinger. Blue and red trees, dominance, Megavore equals incredible aggro. Yeah, I was trying to make a dominance pet build. But the issue was enemies weren't targeting my pet. And I was wearing a Beskar. Alright, I'm in pain. Did we get a white elephant? Hey, we did get a white elephant there. And we wait. That's enough. Oh, that didn't trigger a white elephant. Alright, we can hit him with one of these. It's just much easier to get gun damage. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, everything gets diminishing returns. What diminishing returns means is too much of something. Too much of something is not going to be as good as if you diversify your bonuses. So, for example, if I have 100% gun damage and no splash damage, if I add more gun damage to my formula, it's going to get added into that gun damage already. Whereas the splash damage will multiply with the gun damage. So, in that scenario, we would say that there's diminishing returns on the gun damage. How did I go down? Was I under health gate? Must have been under health gate. Alright, watch this. Maybe we could get lucky. Oh. Alright, watch. We're gonna suicide. And, did the Barrier Nova trigger a white elephant? Okay, that was risky. It didn't pay off. I was hoping the Barrier Nova would trigger a white elephant, because it would have been a funny way to kill him. But, instead, we just get the normal kill. There we go. Alright, YouTube video, Wotan kill sucked. But it's all good. We showed off the build. It works. You guys seen it here first. Guys, the Twitch saw it first. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.